آمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Today we are going to have a little session about Turnitin, how to use it, and this is the main page. So once you have the account, you can go to the main web page of Turnitin. You can see Turnitin in one word.com, and this is the home page of Turnitin. Then you can go to login. Go back to log again. So here I will go to instructor. And now this is my home page as an instructor. So I can see all my classes, class ID, class name, and then the status of these classes. Within these classes, I have many assignments. So first step is to add a class. So once I said I'm in my account, I can see this green icon, and then I can go to add a class. And here I have just little options here. First option is class type. So here I can keep it as standard, and then I can put a name for this class. For example, if you have a class about, for example, a research project, so I can say research project class. Then just I can 20. And then I can add enrollment key. I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. And then I can select a subject area. Information, for example, literacy. And then I can select student level, graduate, undergraduate, postgraduate, or career and teach technical. So I can, for example, if I have my undergraduate student, so I can select this level. And then the start date will be the same date as you are now creating your class. And then you can select the end date of this class. For example, you can keep it until the end of December, for example, or January 2021. So you can, for example, January 2021 until 15th. So I have the start date and then the end date of this class. Once I put all this information, I can go to submit. So this is the first step. You can see now I have the class ID, which I need to give it to my student. So once student, they can go to Turnitin, their account as a student, then they can search for this class by putting the class ID and also the enrollment key. So once they put this information, they can look to my class, and then they can upload their assignment very easily. So I need this information, then I go to continue. And now I can see my class here, research project class 2020. This is my class that now I have added, and you can see it's active from today until 15th of January 2021. Now I have added my class. If I have, for example, I have another class or I have another course, I can also again add another more class or more course. Now, if I want to add assignment within this class, so I will go to this class, research project, click on it, and then you can see now here, you can see add assignment. Clear? So first step or first phase, you have to create a class. Then within that class, you can add assignment. So here we will go to add an assignment. Now you can see the window for creating an assignment. Now I can able to add a new assignment. So first I can add a title for this assignment. For example, first assignment. And I can say it test, for example. Then I can add a point value. For example, this assignment is grading 50, for example, or 30. So I can put the point, optional. And then the start date, I can redo it, for example, from end of or beginning of September, for example, or 15th of September by the beginning of the semester. And also I can add the timing, for example, from 8 a.m. Then the due date, I can also specify the due date for this assignment. For example, by October 2020, by, for example, Thursday 15th. And then I can keep it until the end of that day, until uh, 12 p.m. at midnight. Then the post date, if I'm going to allow post submission, I can add, for example, by October 16th. So I can add one more day for the submission. And then I can keep this one as the files that Turnitin can check for similarity. Normally they accept PDF, Word, PowerPoint, and so on. And then once I finish this information, I can go to optional settings, which are very important settings. So once I open this one, I can see here I can enter special instructions. These instructions will be shown to students. For example, I can say this assignment uh, for anything. So I can add any instructions or information about this assignment in this box. And here also, the second option allows submissions after the due date. So if I'm going to allow student to submit after the due date, I can select yes. Otherwise, I keep it as no. So student cannot submit any file after the due date. Generate similarity report. It's for sure we want to generate a similarity report. Here I have the option generate similarity reports for student submissions. I can select one of these options on due date. So the report will be shown on the due date of submissions. Or I can select immediately after the first report. First report is the final. So once students submit their assignment, the Turnitin will generate the similarity report for this student and will be the final option for that student. Or I can select this one, immediately can overwrite report until due date. So for example, I have the due date by 15th of October. And when students submit their assignment by 1st of October, if I select this option, so students can see their similarity report on 1st of October, and then they can resubmit another draft of their assignment until the due date. So for these options. Otherwise, if I want just one chance for each student, so I can select this one. Immediately, first report is the final, so student cannot replace or re-upload another uh, assignment or another version of their assignment. Here, this option excludes bibliographic materials from similarity index for all papers in this assignment. Maybe you need to exclude because they sometimes if students they are following, for example, APA styling for referencing, it can be similar to another resources cited the same reference. So it will be shown as a percentage of similarity. So you can exclude this information. Also, you can exclude quoted materials from similarity index for all papers in this assignment. Here, it's by default no. And also, I support this option. Please do not go to yes, because sometimes students they use quoted materials, but they put the quotation marks, but they do not put the reference for these quoted materials. So also you need to Turnitin to check for these quoted materials. Here you have this option, exclude small sources. Here you have no. If you select yes option, then you have little options, another option, for example, word count. You can specify uh, how long these small sources, for example, pamphlets or and so on, for example, 1,000 words. So any source that less than 1,000 cannot be checked for similarity report, or also you can select as percentage. Otherwise, I think it's better to keep it no, without excluding these sources. Here also you have this option, allow students to see similarity report. So here you have the option to select yes or no. Also, if you want to enable translated matching, if source is selected from another source or translated from another source from another language, so you want Turnitin to check either if these materials are translated from another source, so you can select yes, or otherwise you keep it as no. You can see also the language that are supported or included in this, and you can see even Arabic is included in this language. You can see Arabic, Chinese, and many other language included in this translation. Then enable anonymous marking. Yes, you can enable this without seeing the students. Here, the most important option, submit papers to, and you have these two options, standard paper repository or no repository. It's default, yeah, you keep it as standard paper repository because you want to check uh, this student work against another work submitted in other institutions or another websites. So keep it as standard paper repository. And here also you have these three options. Student paper repository. So any work submitted by students in any, even within the same institutions or another institutions can be checked for similarity. Also, current and archived internet, so you can check this work against another internet websites and archived internet, and also against another periodicals, journals, and other publications. So you keep these as ticket. Here you have the online grading. You can, if you want to add a rubric system for grading, you can create your rubric system. Otherwise, you can select one of these rubric systems added by Turnitin. Here, if you want to add a rubric system, for example, I have added many rubric systems in Arabic. Now you can see we can try to add a new rubric in English. For example, I can go to launch rubric for manager. And now you can see a window that allow me to create a new rubric. Here, as an example, you can see that I have the criteria, claim, evidence, reasoning, focus, and so on. And also here I have the skills, advanced, proficient, developing, emerging, and so on. And you can see out of these scales, there's a description for these scales, and also there's a description for each criteria. Clear? So once I have this example, then I can go to add a new, or I add my new rubric. So I go to from this icon, then create new rubric. And now you can see this template. Now I can create a title for this rubric. For example, research project rubric. Then I can add these criteria. For example, criterion 1. I can put a title, for example, language. For 2, I can, for example, claim. 3, for example, evidence, and so on. So I have 4 options. If I want to add more, I can just click on this plus. Then will be another criteria added. So I can also add a name for it. If I want to delete it, just go to this brush. Then I can delete it. And also, for example, the 4, I don't want this one. So I keep 3 criteria. And also for skills, I can put, for example, a skill name. For example, here, developing. Second, for example, medium. For example, for the third, I have excellent, and so on. So I have 3 skills. And then, for example, for the language, I can also add description. Language criteria means that your writing style. So please be aware that these criteria and this rubric will be shown to students, and they can see that they are going to be evaluated against these criteria and also against these skills for each criteria. So you have to put details and descriptions for each criteria and also for each skill. So for the language, for example, I can say that this is about your writing style, grammar, and so on. And also for claims, I can put the descriptions. Just click under the name, claim your claims for the topic, and also evidence, evidence provided to support your claim, and so on. So I can put any descriptions for these criteria, and also for the skills, I need to put descriptions or comments about, for example, developing your language is has spelling mistakes and grammar. So I can add a description for this scale, and also for medium, I can put another description, and also for excellent, excellent. Your language, for example, is very excellent. So once I finish adding these details and descriptions, then I can go to this option. Here I need to add just how, for example, for the language, I can add, for example, for language, I give 10 marks for language, and for claim, for example, I need also, I put 10 marks, and for evidence, the same 10 marks. So for developing, it will be, for example, 5 out of 10, and medium will be, for example, 7, and excellent, I give 10 marks. And the same for claim, for example, 5, 7, and 10. And the same for evidence, 5, 7, and 10. It's up to you to add the marks for each, I mean, how you can distribute the marks for each scale. And also, as I said, you can add more scales. For example, here I have 3. I can add fourth scale, 5, 6, until I satisfied. If I want, for example, more scales, So you can add these scales, and also you need to add a title for scale and also description for each criteria. So once I finish adding my rubric style, then go to save it at the bottom, and now it's saved. Then close this window. Now I'll go back to my assignment window, and here when I go to the rubric, I can open this list. And now, for example, I should see my project. Yeah, here you can see a research project rubric. So once I select this one, then my rubric I have added will be applied in this assignment. So first you go to rubric launch for manager, and then you create your rubric from create a new rubric, and then save it and so on. And then you can see it in this list. So almost done with the assignment details. Now you can see at the bottom here, enable grammar checking using e-rater technology. If you want to allow this grammar checking, you can select yes, and then you can see you have many options for language. You are going to need to check English, US English, or UK English, or both US and UK English dictionaries, and also what kind of categories you will be checked: spelling, grammar, usage, mechanics, and style. So you can select these options. Otherwise, you can select no. And then the last option is this one. Would you like to save these options as your default for future assignments? So if you want all these options will be applied in your future assignments, then you need to click this sentence. Otherwise, untick this option sentence, and then each time you need to create your new settings. So I will keep it as my default option. So now we have done all the options for creating a new assignments. This is the main details, the due date, the title name, and then the optional reports and so on. Once we finish, go to submit. And now you can see my first assignment is here under the research project class. So this is my class or my course, and this is my assignment within this course or this class. And also I can add another assignment if I want, for example, an assignment 2 or 3. So I can add another assignment within this course. Now we have done with the creating our class and also creating our assignment. Now, as I said, we can contact our students. We give them the enrollment key and also the class ID. And you can see the class ID is, even if you forget the class ID, you can go to the your home page. And then you can go to your class and you can see class ID. You can just take this number and then you send it by email to your students. So students, they can see the class or the course. And then within that course, they can see, for example, the first assignment. And then they can start to submit their assignment within this course. Now, if they, as an instructor, if they submitted their assignment and by due date, I can go to view, and then I can see here all the submitted assignments. So here, because we have just created this assignment, there is no assignment. Sometimes we need to check our master student thesis or PhD dissertations. So also we can create a class assignment, and then we can by ourselves upload these assignment, these files. So I can go to the assignment and then go to submit file, and then here keep it as non-enrolled student, and I can put the name of that student, for example, Jamal 1, and the last name Al-Sami 1. And then I can put, for example, test checking for master thesis. You can see put the details of that student, and then the submission title, test checking for master thesis, and then I can go to select the file that I need to upload in this in Turnitin. So I can select any file, for example, this file. Then go to upload, and now the system will upload this file. And you can see now this file details, file name, file size, how many pages in this file, only one page, and how many words and how many characters. Then once I can see the file details, I can go to confirm, and then the file will be uploaded in that assignment. So now you can see as like a receipt for this submission. I can go to submit another file. For example, if I have 2 or 3 students and I want to check their thesis, I can go to submit another file. Otherwise, I can go to assignment inbox, and then I can see the file that I have uploaded. You can see here the file. As I said, we selected that anonymous marking enabled, so I cannot see the author name that uploaded this file. And here I should see the percentage or the percentage of the similarity. But now, until now, the system did not generate the report, so I have to wait until the report is generated. And here I can see the file. Now I think it's clear how to upload assignment by yourself or even by students. They can upload it by themselves by giving them the class ID and also the enrollment key. Now I will show you example of my previous student submitted assignments. Okay, so I will go to my previous assignments. For example, this one, I have this assignment for last semester, English Reading 2. And now I can see my view. I will go to view, and then I can see my student submission, their assignments. I can see similarity report, how many, for example, each student, 20%, 5 until 16%. So here it's already done, and I can see the report by clicking on this percentage. Okay, so this is the report generated by Turnitin regarding this student. And you can see I have many tools here on the right, in the top right. I can, for example, here there is no marks for this assignment. Now I can see, for example, 16%. I can see from which source this student take this information. For example, if I go to this one, 6%, I can click on it. Then I can see this paragraph showing that the material in the main or the original source and how it is matched with the student assignment. I can click on this one. You can see this icon. Then I can see all the details of the original source on the right side, and here the student assignment on the left side. So I can go move, for example, 1, and then I can see 2. This one is similar. You can see this is a title, so you should not count these as similarity. I can move to second or third. You can see also this is a title for table of content. it matched to a paragraph or a sentence in the original source. Okay. Then I can go to another source, for example, this one. And also I can see the report where this similar. I can move right, and you can see it's highlight the place where it's really similar to the original source. And you can see the text in the original source is in different color, the same words here. You can see also highlighted in different color and also in the student assignment. As I said, if you want to put it on the right, just click on that icon and then you can see the full article of the original source, and still the content similar to the student assignment is highlighted in different color. And here you can go one by one and you can see where is really exactly student took information or materials without proper citation. For example, here I can see a few similar words to the same original source, but there is a reference here. So this information are referenced, but still just different similar words. It's not like exactly the same sentence as the original source. The same here. You can see different words with this one. You can see here the Faculty of Engineering. The Faculty of Engineering also provides its. So these 5 or 6 words are the similar, and then there's a difference here. And again, access to a high give is similar to the same source. So you can check one by one where is really illegal copying without proper referencing. For example, here you can see that student put the reference on the beginning of that paragraph. According to Greenonki and Gallant 2013, then started to put this information, kind of paraphrasing, but still student used some of the exact words of the original source. Once you finish this source, you can go to another source, for example, this one, and also you can check where it's really similar. Here, for Dr. Galal, you can see if there's quotation marks added and quoted. If there is no reference, then you can include it as a percentage. But if there's a source provided and the page number is provided and after the end of that quotation marks, then it's really fine for student to put and do so.
So, Dr. Gamal, just to be sure, according to the university rules, if it's properly cited, we can exclude it from the report. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. But regarding I will go back to this percentage later, how many percentage allowed. But here, I mean, you can check for this. As I said, for example, you have you can see that, for example, the title of a page or a title of that assignment or names of organizations, names of peoples, reference included might be similar to other sources, and the Turnitin will count these as a percentage. So as a teacher or an instructor, you have to check these and exclude these from your evaluation of this assignment. So these are not included because they are for sure will be similar to other sources. Here, as I said, this is the percentage of similarities in this assignment. This icon, if I want to download this report, so I can download the current view, or also I can download the originality submitted file. So you have 3 options. Also, you can put or mark this assignment by adding, for example, if this assignment, for example, this sentence or here, I want to add comments. So just click on this sentence. Then I have three options. This one, and I can put any notes for this student. Or also I can just add a text within this place. Will be added, and students they can see these comments. Here, as I said, you can see your predefined comments or labels of comments. For example, commonly confused, delete, insert, and so on. So I can go to the setting, and then I can see all these icons or labels. For example, I can see details for each one. For example, SP, it's a spelling error. BV, it's mean passive voice, and so on. I can add new quick marks by myself. For example, as example, spelling mistakes, or for example, just I say it without full force, SB, and then the details I can put spelling mistakes. Then save, and you can see here I put this SP, which means spelling mistakes. And then I can add another icons. So once I finish, go to close, and then you can see now SP that I have added is here. I can put it anywhere. For example, here I found spelling mistakes, so I can go here and then select SP. So it means spelling mistakes. So this is how to evaluate your students' assignments. Then here on the top, you can add the marks. For example, out of 40, this student will take 20 out of 40. Yeah, this is the main options. Then I can move to another student by this arrows, right, go to the left. So now I will see another student assignment. I have 8 assignments, or I can go from the menu and then select any assignment to view. And then I can evaluate and mark these assignments. So this is how to evaluate your student assignments, and then students they can see these marks after the due date of your assignment. So here the marking. Now I have to go back to this original. So by now, I think we have finished creating classes, created assignments, and also evaluated our student assignments. Then now you can see, for example, also you have in Moodle. I think you know that in Moodle there is a Turnitin option. You can do it very easily, and actually it's similar to Turnitin in the main page of this software. Select this one. Okay. So first I have to allow editing, turn editing on. And then from add activities or resources, you go to this one. And here you can see the normal ways. One is to add assignment. But for Turnitin, you can go down until you can see this one, Turnitin assignment. This icon, and then click on it, and then go to add. So add an activity, then Turnitin assignment, and then go to add. And actually, mainly most of the options that we have seen in Turnitin, they are similar, available in the Moodle. Here now we are going to create a Turnitin assignment. So also you need to add a title for this assignment. The difference is that in Moodle, you do not have to create a class. It's already in your class, but just you need to create an assignment. It is the only difference between Turnitin and the Moodle. So then here we add the assignment title, for example, first assignment. For this course. And also you need, or you have, if you want to add instructions or summary about this assignment, anything. And then here you have the option to display description on course page. So if you tick on this sentence, then this description or this summary will be shown and after or be below the title of this assignment. Otherwise, it's not be displayed. Students, once they click on the assignment link, they can see this summary. So now, for now, I keep it as displayed. Then the submission type allows students to upload files or just text submissions, but mainly we keep it as upload file. Number of parts, if you have, for example, 2 or 3 parts, for example, 3 phases in your assignment, then you can select 2 or 3 or 4. But mainly we keep it as 1 because students they submit one draft of their assignment. Maximum file size, it's you can keep it as the top limited allow 100 megabyte. File type, as we said in the Turnitin, we keep it as no. Display similarity report, yes. Here for students, yes or no, it's up to you to display it or no for your student. Grade display also, if you want to display grade as fraction or percentage, you can select how you want to display these grades, and also similarity report or grades will be shown after scores or no. You can select these options. For grades, if you want to add a grade, for example, points, you can add how many points, 30 or 40. Then for the, if you have more parts, this is the part 1 because we selected only one part here, number of parts. So we have this part, and then you can specify the start date for this assignment, the due date, and also the post date for this assignment. Then go to similarity report options. And also I think it's similar to what we have seen in Turnitin. Allow submission after the due date, yes or no. Report generation speed, as we said, generate report immediately. Student cannot resubmit. As we said, once the student submit their assignment, then the similarity report will be generated, and then student cannot resubmit another draft of their assignment. Or the second option is that generate report immediately, student can resubmit until due date. So here, the system allows resubmissions reports generated after 24 hours. So students, they can submit, for example, if we have due date by 15th of October, so students, they can submit, for example, by the beginning of October, the first option draft, then they can see their report. After 24 hours, they can resubmit another draft, and then after 24 hours, they can also resubmit another third draft. Until the due date, they can submit 3 drafts. Store student papers, as we said, standard or no repository. So we selected standard repository. And also here, check against the storage student report. We said yes, we keep these as all of these yes. So Turnitin can check, or the model can check for these places for similarity. And also for the exclude quoted materials, exclude bibliographies, exclude small matches. similar to what we have seen in the Turnitin. And here for the rubric, grade mark options. For no rubric, if you do not have any rubric, and also if you want to add a rubric, you can go to Launch Rubric Manager. And I think it's similar to what we have seen in Turnitin. You have the template, you can add the criteria, and also you can add the scales for each criteria. And so this is the example, and similar, you can go to create a new rubric and the same options. So we do not want to repeat this information. So once you generate your rubric, you can select one of these rubrics. And here, for example, research project rubric. And this also for e-reader's grammar check. If you want to select yes, then you have these options. Otherwise, you can keep it as no. And common Moodle settings. This is just to show it for students or no. If you can, for example, you can create your assignment from now and then keep it hidden from your students. So once, for example, by 15th of September, you can go to this icon and select show on your course page. I think this is, we do not have to go on it because on these options, because they are not very important. These are the most important options. Once we finish, go to save and return to course. And now you can see this assignment is created in my home page. It's here, first assignment test for student or for this course. And here the summary that I have added, you can see it's already added and below the title. You can see student, they can see the summary or instructions in the main page. So here you can also, from here you can select hide or view, it's up to you. So this is my instructor view. For example, I go to show. Then if I want to see how students they see this assignment, so I can go to change my role from my name on the top, then go to switch role to, and then I select a student. And now I can see my course page as a student. So my student will see these options, and here they can see the assignment already available in the first, in the home page, and they can see the summary. So students, they can go to this link. And also they can submit their assignment. So they can see this information, the marks, the due date, post date, and so on. And then they can go to submit paper. And student, they can upload their file from this icon. For example, choose a file. And then they can upload any file, for example, this one. Upload file. And once they upload it, they can go to add assignment. Just they need to add a title. My assignment. And then add submission. So their assignment will be uploaded to Turnitin. Now your submission has successfully been uploaded to Turnitin. So now it's already uploaded. You can go to close. Yeah, close this one. So students, they submitted their assignment. And here, for example, my assignment. So this is the role of students. They can upload their assignments by by going to the home page. Here I can go back to my normal role as a teacher or instructor, return to my normal role. And now I can go to the home page of this course. Now if I went to this assignment, then I can see that one student has already submitted a file. I can see that this student, which was done by myself, submit their assignment. And also you can see similarity report, not yet generated, and also grading and so on. So this is how you can create it in the Moodle in your course. You can also upload files by yourself, or your student, they can upload their files, and then you can see their files, grade these files, and so on. You can put the grade by this icon, and then it will be shown in Turnitin, similar to what we have seen in Turnitin. You can put the grade here, and also you can see the file and put comments and so on. So this is how you can do it in the Moodle. So this is mainly the workshop for how to use Turnitin in the main page of the Turnitin, and also in the Moodle. I think it's mostly similar to Turnitin. Now, if you have any questions, any suggestions, any comments regarding what we have taken, and also questions regarding illegal copying in general, if you want to discuss these issues, we can talk about these issues.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
Yes, this is Dr. Munira. I would like to know, thank you, Dr. Sami. I would like to know whether students, after they have uploaded their assignment on Turnitin, and let's say that they find that actually their percentage is high, do they have the facility of undoing the assignment, and which means going back home and changing the text and then uploading it again?
Yeah, sure, they can. If you allow these options, then students, they can re-upload or resubmit their assignment until 3 times. So once you put the settings, you have the options whether to allow student to resubmit, or it's only when draft is the final. As we said in the settings, you have these options.
But then it can also allow them to cheat. Again, you know, if they are rewriting, because that's what happened. Students now upload their papers. They know that the percentage is high. They can go back and rewrite, rephrase, change the language, and still not be caught. So that's my concern, Dr. Sami.
Yeah, actually, because we are teaching our students how to write properly, so I think it's also a good practice is to allow them to see how Turnitin is working and how they should write without taking the similar words. They should paraphrase ideas. They should put a reference at the end of these ideas, and also they should, for example, put the quotation marks if they have exact words. So I think it's a good practice to improve our students' writing. I think this one sometimes I apply it for my master students. I allow them to upload, and then I tell them, please go to Turnitin and see how you're styling, how is your percentage, and you have to write properly, paraphrase ideas, put the quotation marks, and also put the reference at the end of quotation marks, and so on. So it's kind of improving our student writing style.
It's true. Maybe avoiding plagiarism also. Maybe if you run a seminar on how to avoid plagiarism, then that's another maybe option too.
Yeah, I think it's better to have seminars with the students, because sometimes students, they take illegal copying without they know that this is illegal. Some of them, they do it is like a good manner, but I think they are doing mistakes without they know that they are doing mistakes. So we have
Right.
to put or add seminars regarding this issue.
That's true. Thank you, Dr.
Yes.
Sam. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? I will go back to Dr. Jalal comments regarding the percentage. He said that, for example, 30% is allowed. My personal opinion, it's not like official opinion, official information, but my personal is that we cannot rely on percentage because sometimes you can see 30% or 40%, but students do not do anything illegal or any mistakes. As I said, the Turnitin takes anything, name of organizations, sometimes name of people's reference, quotation marks. These will be included and counted as a percentage. Sometimes students with 5% or 10% percentage only, but they have a lot of illegal copying without proper referencing, without paraphrasing ideas. So the percentage should not be counted as the final decisions. So we have to go through the assignment and then check one by one where is exactly student make illegal copying.
Uh, Thank you very much, Dr. Gamal, and I believe this is a culture we need to spread among the professors in the university, because unfortunately I saw cases where students have been marked according to just the percentage and even including the references. So it was very harsh, and I believe this is a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, some professors, they believe that this is the percentage and that's it, which is unfair for the students. So
Really?
I don't know if we can send a remark or send a note saying we need to check. It's not just the percentage. Something
Yes.
like that we need to do. Thank you very much for your effort, Dr. Gamal. It was very useful.
Thank you, Dr. Jalal. Thank you very much.
Dr. Selmi, one final thing I would like to say, that when students upload their assignment and we look at the paper, we usually have options. We have options where we can exclude references, exclude more than 3 words. So actually we have the options. It's there for teachers to use. Then we can have the final, after we have excluded the references, the 4 words together, something like this.
Yes, yes. You have these options. Even if you, for example, here, if you see this one, just to let you know what you said, Dr. now, sharing. Yeah, this one. So you can see this is the feedback, and here you have this filter on the right, this icon. Once you click on this one, you can again, for example, filters, exclude quoted materials. You can click on this one, or on this one. So as you said, you can do it in the settings in the area, or you can also, once you're grading, you can apply these options.
Right.
Yeah. Another comment or questions?
Thank you, Dr. Salman.
Thank you very much. So if you are all done, so I think we can conclude this workshop. And I was really happy to be with you today to discuss this sensitive issue. And as Dr. Jalal said, regarding the percentage, it's not like straightforward that we can apply a percentage to evaluate our students. So we have to go through these assignments. We have to go through the details in order to have a full picture of these assignments, if really students have mistakes or not. Then, as I said, this workshop will be allowed or available to you if you want to go back to this information back later, so you can check, and you can reapply these steps by yourself, either when in Turnitin or either in the Moodle in your courses. Thank you very much.